Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Eric Cave, the Director of Next Gen Ministries for the Pacific Northwest Conference. And today I am excited to introduce you to my friend, Christian Griffith. He is the new youth pastor at Encounter Church on Mercer Island near Seattle. Christian, welcome. We're looking forward to get to know you a little bit better. So why don't you begin by telling us a little bit more about yourself, beginning with what is your personal and ministry background?
Yeah, so my wife and I just moved out to the Pacific Northwest here in August. I was a military kid growing up, so I got to move around a lot. So I lived in Germany, Hawaii, Oklahoma, Korea, and then we moved to Charlottesville, Virginia when I was around like 9. So I lived there. We moved from there. I got married in 2020. So the nice little COVID wedding, got our little 30 people wedding going. We have our little 6-month-old, or no, she's over 6 months now. She's a year and 6 months dog, 2 years and 6 months old dog. And yeah, so we have that, and currently about to finish my last semester in seminary at the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology in Virginia Union.
That's great. So, welcome to the West Coast. Glad to have you out here. What are you passionate about in ministry right now?
Oh, that's an easy one for me. Biblical literacy. It's just such a huge thing for me. You look at like so much of our issues of the church, a lot of it circles around like biblical literacy and discipleship is like, how can we teach people how to adequately read the Bible for themselves and know
Mhm.
what they're believing? I think that's huge for me.
Great. And tell us a little more about your family. You have a dog, and you're also married, right?
Yes. So my wife and I, we met in college in undergrad. She was in graduate school. We dated for a year, got married in 2020. We have a 2.5-year-old Bernedoodle puppy. So
Ooh,
she is massive. She's a 75-pound dog. So just absolutely massive dog, but she is a lot of fun.
great. And what is your role encompass there at Encounter Church?
Yeah, so I'm the youth pastor. So we I do everything from ages 11, so 6th grade to 12th grade. So everything to do with discipling and equipping the parents to be the primary disciplers of their children for 11 or 6th to 12th grade.
That's great. And I've been enjoying chatting with you and getting to know you and your ministry, your approach to ministry. You're doing a great job. I'm excited about the future for youth ministry there at your church.
So am I.
Good. Well, how can we be praying for you and your family, your ministry?
Yeah, I mean, so we just moved out here, so kind of just getting acquainted with the area still. So that's a big thing. And then the other thing, we have a thriving, just growing ministry. So as that grows, just looking at being able to equip just our volunteers and being able to adequately do ministry with such a thriving and growing youth ministry is huge.
Yeah, it's been really exciting to hear about that. Any specifics? I know getting the number of volunteers you need, you've mentioned.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Um, yeah, I mean the volunteers is the big one, so we need more volunteers. And then I think really working with our youth as we start our ramping up a lot of our programming with me being here, just God helping us to use wisdom and discernment as we start to make sure we're not overworking. I'm not overworking myself. My wife is really involved, making sure she's not overworking herself. Just finding
Mhm,
the times for us to
mhm.
find balance and rest is huge.
Uh, that's a great request. Finding balance, something we all need to be able to lean into well. So I promise I'll be praying for you. I hope that the people that are watching and listening will do so as well. So one of our things we like to do when you do these interviews is fire off some fun, quick answer questions. And you picked a few here. So let's go through those as a way to get to know you better. So first question is, what is one thing you couldn't live without?
Yes, I am a huge runner, and if I didn't have my running shoes, I don't know.
Uh,
If I didn't have my running shoes, I would be going out to go buy my running shoes. That's what yeah,
okay, okay.
I run a lot, so that would be it for me.
What's a favorite race that you've done?
Ooh, I did a half marathon Spartan race last year, and it was a lot of fun. I loved it. I did it up in Snohomish, so it was a lot of fun.
Great. All right, next question. Where is the best place you've traveled and why?
So I lived in Chicago for a summer, and the community there and the people there that I lived with, it was incredible. So I love Chicago.
Well, Chicago, you're in the right place working in a covenant church if you like to go to Chicago. We go out there a lot. Get ready to go out there next week for midwinter. So good. Next question. Which one would you want the most? Flying cars, robot housekeepers, or moon cities?
This is easy. For me, it's robot housekeepers. If my wife and I didn't have to clean our house, it would save us so much time. I could do so many other things with my life if I had a robot housekeeper.
That's a really good choice. It's 2024. Why don't we have these things yet? These were promised to us decades ago.
Right, right.
We should have them. Okay. Last question is what is the best book or some of the best books, I think you maybe had a couple of mine, that you have ever read?
So I would have to say the best books I've ever like book read would be Reading While Black by Issa McCauley and The Color of Compromise. Those are two incredible books that I've read. Now I listen to a lot of audiobooks when I run. So audiobook wise, Praying Like Monks and Living Like Fools by Tyler Staton is an incredible book on prayer. So that would be at least some of my top three.
Those are really good choices. I'll try to list those in the blog post below here so that people can reference those if they like. I'll also put down there contact information for you. So if anybody would like to reach out and say welcome or offer to take you out for coffee or meal or something like that, they'll do so. So Christian, it's been a pleasure getting to know you and having you today to be able to do this interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you.